still there?
Yes,
Look,
I still here.
I really think you ought to go home.
No, I wait for Ranjit.
Yeah, well, I don't think Ranjit will be coming tonight.
I wait.
Is she being out in corridor?
Yeah, I'm afraid so, Ranjit. Look, Miss Courtney is not going to be very pleased when she finds out about this.
Oh, dearie me, what am I going to be doing?
Well, can't you just tell her you're not going to marry her?
But I am not going to be marrying Missy Courtney.
I am referring to Surinder.
Oh, no. If I am telling her that, she's surely going to kill me.
Ah, you said you were gonna kill yourself.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Please, sir. In my country, personal commutal hierarchy, it is custom for best friend to be present to chop off head.
Chop off head?
Hi. I will be happy to assist.
You will do nothing of the sort. Oh, now, please, everybody, just sit down. You're here to learn English. We've had enough disruption for one night. You should leave your personal problems at home. Now, look at your newspapers. Juan, read out a headline.
Por favor.
The newspaper.
Ah, sí. El newspaper.
Yeah, well, read something out.
Ah. Vamos a ver. Increase in London rats.
London rats.
Sí. Increase in London rats.
Rates.
Perdón.
Yeah, Anna, your turn.
Western World welcomes wind of change.
Wonderful. Very good. Yeah, Danielle.
Prime Minister sold a pup.
Good. Now, that is a very good example of a figure of speech. Prime Minister sold a pup. Can you tell me what that means, Giovanni?
He's buying a dog.
No, it's a figure of speech. Look, let me give you another example. Prime Minister sold a dummy. Do you know what that means?
Sure.
Do you understand it?
Yeah. It's just one thing I don't understand. Does he buy the dummy before or after he buy the pup?
He doesn't buy anything.
Ah, the newspaper man's a big liar.
A figure of speech, I told you, it's just a figure of speech. It doesn't mean what it says.
Typical of imperial politicians who distort truth and suppress working classes.
Thank you. A figure of speech is a way of expressing an idea by way of contrast or comparison. If you're being sold a pup or sold a dummy, you're being cheated or deceived. In England, we use figures of speech quite a lot. For example, we say, as quick as lightning, as light as a feather, as clean as a whistle, as blind as a suli.
As blind as a bat.
Good, because bats cannot see. Max, as deaf as a...
Postman.
Now, Max, post, because posts cannot hear.
Neither can my postman.
Ali, as sly as a...
Sikh.
Fox. Ranjit, as mad as a...
Muslim.
Atta. Taro, as drunk as a...
Neutral.
Yeah, well, Lord is more correct. Jamila, as white as...
You.
Snow. Ali, as smooth as...
Baby's bottoms.
All right, we'll break for tea now and continue with the newspapers when we come back, all right?
Please, how am I going to be getting out without being observed by the fat one?
Yeah. Well, that's your problem. My problem is how to get her off the premises before Miss Courtney finds her. Look, I really think you ought to go home.
No, I stay.
What is going on?
What is going on?
What is going on?
Yes, well, I'm talking to this lady.
Why is she here?
Well, she's talking to me.
Why is she sitting in the corridor?
Why is she sitting in the corridor?
Must you repeat everything I say? I could have sworn that woman wasn't pregnant yesterday.
You're safe now.
Thank you, Jamila. Thank you.
What you do now?
Maybe I jump out of the window.
You be lucky. We're on the 3rd floor.
Mr. Brown, I have a feeling that something very peculiar is going on.
No, no, everything's perfectly all right, I can assure you. Are you going?
Yes.
Ah.
To get a cup of tea. I only want a cup of tea.
Ma'am, it is Surinder.
Ah, that was sounding like my Ranjit. Where is he now?
I told you he's not here.
Here, excuse me, dearie.
Huh?
Are you looking for the darky fellow with the beard and the bandage round his head?
Most certainly.
Here, he's just gone behind those curtains.
Come out, Ranjit. I am knowing you are there. Come out.
What is the meaning of this?
I am noticing windows very dirty, so I'm cleaning them for you. I like very much cleaning windows.
In the pitch dark. Now come in off that window ledge at once.
Most certainly. 1,000 apologies.
Hurry up, this tea break's nearly over.
I'm really...
Yeah, well, go on.
I'm going to join my ancestors.
Don't keep them waiting too long.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye. Ciao. I'm doing it now.
Yeah, so you keep saying.
This is it then.
Come on, hurry up.
Maybe I'm having a cup of coffee before I do it.
Ranjit, we all know you haven't the slightest intention of killing yourself, so put your knife away and let's discuss this properly. Now, Surinder, as I understand it, you and Ranjit here were both betrothed when they were children.
Most definitely. Now he's not wanting to marry me.
Yeah, well, you can't get married unless you love each other.
Yeah. It is his duty to be marrying me. Otherwise, I'm losing my face.
I think she's lost it already.
You wouldn't be happy together. I mean, can't you just agree to release Ranjit from his promise?
And what is to become of me?
Well, I'm sure you'll meet somebody else.
Ah. If I think I'll meet another man, oh, I most gladly release Ranjit.
You would?
Most certainly. But who is having me now?
You know, Surinder, there is something Mr. Brown is not telling you.
There is?
Oh, yes, indeed. He has special reason for wanting you not to be marrying me.
I have?
He is wanting to marry you himself.
He is wanting to be marrying me.
I'm wanting to marry her?
Oh, I accept.
Oh, hello, Mr. Brown.
Good evening, Gladys.
Here, when's the happy day, then?
There's not going to be any happy day. It was all a complete misunderstanding.
Oh, what a pity. And I thought you and Surinder made a lovely couple.
With all due respect, she was a couple on her own.
I think it's just nice.
Hello, good evening. Right, before we start, I've checked your homework last night. And I have a feeling that there's been some sort of chicanery going on.
We not know what you mean.
No, Giovanni? Well, I'll tell you. Firstly, there's the fact that 5 of them are all in the same handwriting.
It's a sheer coincidence.
And is it also a coincidence that you all answered question 7 as follows? Question, explain what is wrong with the following sentence. My dogs is in the garden. Answer, I do not have a garden.
Only Tippy.
I want my tipping back.
Yes, well, you will all receive extra homework tonight. And please, this time, make sure that you do it yourselves.
I am apologizing again, but I am delayed by Surinder.
Well, I thought she'd agreed to release you from your marriage vow.
Oh, yes, she has. But her father is coming to see you about your marriage vow.
Look, there's not going to be any wedding. I have broken it off.
Oh, dearie me. How painful.
I have written to Surinder's parents explaining that I cannot possibly marry their daughter. I've also pointed out the differences between our religious and cultural backgrounds and the fact that I have no intention of marrying anyone. You should have got the letter this morning.
Oh, yes, he did. That is why he is coming. He is hoping to be slicing you into many pieces.
Pardon?
He is saying you are bringing disgrace on his daughter.
Don't be ridiculous. This isn't the Punjab. It's England, a civilized country. People just don't go around slicing each other up, and I shall tell him so.
Where is this illegitimate offspring of a six-legged camel?
Oh, blame me. I am not knowing where he is. He's not here. He has immigrated.
Isn't it time we went back to the class?
We okay yet. We wait for Giovanni.
Come and sit down, Sid. Charlie. This is Sid, the caretaker.
Most happy to be making your acquaintance.
Nice to meet you.
You want a cup of coffee, Sid? A cup of coffee?
No, thanks. No, I'd sooner have a fag.
Sure you can have a fag. Hey, Max, cigarette for Sid.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Sid is gonna talk to us.
What is he going to be talking about?
For anything. It's to improve our English. Instead of us all the time speak to each other, we speak with Sid.
I think that's a good idea.
But what are we gonna talk about?
You'll have to talk up. I'm a bit Mutt and Jeff. Excuse me, who are these Mutt and Jeff? Mutt and Jeff is deaf.
Ah, scusi. What are we gonna talk about?
Oh, I don't. I'd sooner sit here and rest my plates of meat.
Excuse please, I am not seeing any plates of meat.
No, plates of meat is feet. Your feet are plates of meat? Yeah, it's slang, you see. It's dead easy if you use your Uncle Ned.
Uncle Ned.
Huh? No, Uncle Ned, your Uncle Ned.
Uncle Ned? Uncle Ned?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean he's crazy?
No, I think you lot are, though. Think you're taking the mickey out of me? No. Well, we are interested in everything you tell us.
Yeah.
You're already teaching us words we not learned before. Yes, please teach us more. Yeah?
All right, I'll tell you what happened to me last night.
Yes, please.
Well, I went home and I had a bull and a cow with a trouble and stripe, you see. It was all over the dustbin lids. So I went down the frog and toad into the rubber dump and I met an old china plate. It looked a bit Uncle Dick, so I got him a Jack the Dandy and I had a reel of him. One thing led to the other, we both got Brahms and Liszt. I staggered home, took all my dicky dirt and my daisy roots and fell backwards on the apples and pears.
We are better off talking with each other.
Isn't it time you were all back in the classroom?
Sorry, Professor. We've just been talking with Sid.
Oh, yeah, I've been trying to help them with their English, Mr. Brown.
Well, that should set them back a few weeks.
Beg pardon?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Oh, all right.
We're not understanding a word he's saying, Mr. Brown.
He's telling us about his Uncle Dick and somebody called Jack the Dandy and Brahms and Liszt.
He was speaking in rhyming slang.
And all the time we think he's English.
He is English. He's what is known as a Cockney. You see, rhyming slang is merely using words that rhyme with the word you wish to use. For example, mince pies are eyes.
Plates of meat are feet.
Yes.
I understand. Uncle Ned is head.
That's right.
And what is Uncle Dick?
I presume that's sick.
And Jock the Dandy?
Brandy.
And the Brahms and Liszt?
Drunk.
That's not a rhyme.
Yeah, well, it's near enough. Come on, it's...
What is going on in here? Where is Mr. Brown?
Oh, he will be here any minute. He's coming from the tea room.
10 minutes is the normal time allowed for tea, Mr. Brown.
Yes, of course. We were discussing parts of speech.
Well, in future, I'd be obliged if you do it in the class.
Certainly.
Now then, how are your students coming along with their English?
Oh, extremely well.
Good. Then I shall stay and listen for a few minutes.
Ah.
Oh, don't worry, I shan't interfere. I make it a practice to drop in on the classes from time to time to see what sort of progress is being made.
It's beef stroganoff in the cookery class tonight.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
No, I just thought you might fancy a bit. I mean...
Well, I don't, so will you please begin?
Yes, of course. Right, for the rest of this period, we're going to talk about shopping.
Oh, I like him. He's very good. Shopping. I like his polonaise. Bum ba bum ba 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 bum ba.
Giovanni, that's Chopin. He must have misheard me. No, we're going to talk about shopping, buying things. Now, I have here various items which at some time or another you'll all probably have to purchase, so I'm going to hold them up and ask you to identify them, and we'll see how well you do, all right? Who shall we start with? Ali.
Yes, please.
What is this?
Apple.
Yeah.
Lovely. Jolly good.
You're not supposed to eat it.
Oh, I'm most sorry. I only had a small bite.
May as well finish it now. Suli, what is this?
It is orange.
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 That's better.
You really must work at those R sounds.
I try very hard.
Try saying, round the rugged rock, the ragged rascal ran.
Round the lugged lock, the lagged rascal.
Yes, you're going to have to keep practicing. Anna, what is this?
Paper bag.
Yes, but what's inside it?
I do not know. I cannot see inside.
Well, it's flour. You know what flour is.
Yeah, what you wear at a wedding.
No, it's not that kind of flour. This is flour to make pastry and bread.
Ah, Weissmehl.
Yes. Jamila? What is this?
Gajar.
Yes, I'm sure you're right, but what is it in English?
Have you never heard of a carrot?
Carrot.
Yes, carrot.
Oh, huh. Horse and carrot.
Incredible.
No, Jamila, that's horse and cart. This is a carrot, right? Who can tell me what these are?
Fish
fingers.
Good. Well done.
Excuse, please.
No, Ali, don't say it.
What do I not say?
You were going to say something about fish not having fingers?
Yes, please.
Yeah, well, don't bother. Max.
Tomato.
Good. Taro.
Potato.
Potato.
Ah, so.
Giovanni.
Lima juice.
Good. Juan.
Cow juice.
No. Milk.
Ah, sí, milk.
Do you know where we get milk from, Juan?
Sí, señora. The milkman.
Quiet, please. We get milk from cows.
Sí, vaca, cow.
Yeah. Ranjit.
Cornflakes?
No, oats.
Oats? Ah, that is oats. My friend, who I am working with, every morning he's telling me last night he's having his oats. He's telling me he's liking them very much.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Who can tell me what this is?
Bacon.
Good. And where does bacon come from?
And the milkman.
Bacon does not come from the milkman.
Every week I buy the bacon from the milkman.
Pig. Pig.
Pig? You are calling me a pig? You are a pig, you Italian ravioli.
Ah, shut your plates of meat, you Uncle Ned.
All right, that'll do. One, what Giovanni was trying to say is that bacon comes from a pig.
Sola!
Now, can anyone tell me what we call a pig after it has been killed?
Yes, please. It is dead pig.
No, Ali, you know that's pork. Right. What is this? Anybody?
Tin of meat.
Yes. Well, actually, it's a tin of dog meat.
Oh, blimey. You are putting dogs in tins to eat?
I think I've heard enough.
They are better than they were.
They could hardly be worse.
She's absolutely right, you know. Some of you are very behind with your English. I mean, I spend a lot of time preparing these lessons, and some of you don't take them half as seriously as you might. It's time you all put your shoulders to the wheel.
What wheel, please?
Learning. I think you better stay a half hour extra tonight.
It's Friday night. And I got a date.
Well, I don't care. I want you to do all the exercises on page 53. All of them. And you don't go until you've finished.
Good night.
I've locked up the tea room, Sid.
Thanks, lad. You fancy a drink, girl?
No, Tal, I want to get home.
Oh, I must have a pint. My throat's spitting feathers.
Oh. All right.
What was that?
I think it is somebody at the door.
Oh, come in. Hello? Is anybody there?
Cheerio, Sid. See you Monday.
Good night, Granny.
It's no good. I can't get it open.
I know. Why not we smash the door up?
Down. It's worth a try. All right, stand back, everyone. Be careful of splinters. so dramatic.
Maybe we all shout again.
I don't think my throat could stand anymore.
Hey, look, there's a man in the street. Help!
If you won't hear us from up here, wave to him.
He's seen us.
Good.
He's waving back.
He obviously thinks we're just being friendly.
He's gone.
We are all going to die. Nobody is going to die.
What we need is something to attract the attention of the passerby.
Yeah. Danielle should wave from window by herself.
Yes, it still may not be sufficient to attract enough attention.
It would if she took her clothes off.
That's a good idea.
No, it isn't. Look, just sit down, everyone. Go on. We'll just have to think this one out. There must be a simple solution, and, well, if there isn't, we'll just have to stay here till somebody misses one of us.
But what if nobody is missing anybody? We could be being stuck here together until Monday morning.
We are all going to die. Ali, nobody is going to die. Only you is going to die.
Me?
Yes, because if you say we're all going to die once more, I shall strangle you. And there are 11 of us here. It's quite obvious that sooner or later one of us will be missed.
Will you be being missed, sir?
Well, no, but I live alone in a flat. But, for example, take Danielle.
I would love to take Danielle.
I am sure that being an au pair, your English family will miss you when you don't return.
No, they're away for the weekend.
Oh. Oh, well, Anna, what about your English family? Are they away?
No.
They'll obviously be worried.
No.
No?
It's my weekend off. I was spending it with Danielle.
We are all going to die. Well, Taro, what about you? You're married. I mean, won't your wife miss you?
Wife, already missing me.
Well, there you are.
Unfortunately, she is with parents in Tokyo.
Well, what about you, Giovanni? I mean, you work in a restaurant. Surely your employer will miss you.
Yeah, sure he's gonna miss me.
Yeah, well, so presumably he'll do something about it.
Yeah. He's gonna give me the sack.
Look, somebody is bound to miss somebody, and if the worst happens, then well, don't worry, we can survive the weekend. We've got plenty of food and drink. Just have to keep our spirits up, try and keep cheerful, think of things to do to pass the time away.
I tell a joke.
Good idea, Giovanni. We'll all tell jokes. That'll help pass the time. Go ahead, Giovanni.
Okay. Now, there was this man, see, and he had gangrene in the leg.
Sure.
So?
Are you sure this is a joke?
Sure, it's very funny. Anyway, he goes to the hospital to have the leg chopped off. After the operation, when he comes back to being conscious, he sees the doctor looking very worried. What's the matter, doctor, he say? The doctor reply, Signor, I have the bad news and I have the good news. So the man say, hokey cokey, give me the bad news. And the doctor say, I've chopped off the wrong leg. Santa Maria, the man say. Well, what's the good news? And the doctor say, your other leg is getting better. But that's the joke.
Very droll.
Another Uncle Ned.
Anybody else got a funny story?
Do you know it takes 2 Sikhs to milk 1 goat?
2?
Yes, please. 1 to be holding the tits and 1 to be pulling the goat up and down, up and down.
And do you know that in Pakistan they have no ice? Because the man who is knowing to be making ice has emigrated.
Are you saying all Pakistanis are stupid?
No, just you.
Sit down. No more racialist jokes, please. Anybody else got a funny story?
Por favor.
A funny story, a joke?
Chiste.
Ah, chiste. Yo tengo uno.
Yeah?
Resulta que habían 3 hermanos. Y estos 3 hermanos estaban invitados a este convite, ¿no? Y le dijeron que no se rascaran porque tenían sangre. Uno tenía sarna aquí, el otro tenía sarna aquí, y el otro tenía sarna aquí. Y cuando estaban comiendo, destrozaron el que tenía sarna aquí, y decía, ¡oh, buque de paz! El que tenía sarna aquí, el que tenía sarna aquí, decía, ¡vámonos! Very good!
Yes, well, I'm sure that was extremely hilarious if you only knew what it was about. Taro, what about a Japanese joke in English, please?
Old Japanese proverb say, man who seduces girl on hillside, not on the level.
That's very clever. Suli, what about a sample of Chinese humor?
In Democratic Republic of China, we have no time for decadent bourgeois humor.
No, I don't suppose you do. Danielle, what about you?
Oh, I have a French joke for you.
Good.
Yes, I'll tell you about the Catholic priest.
Yeah, that sounds
Yes?
better, yes. Come on. No, Front.
Tell us a look.
Well, there was this priest out walking, and a gendarme comes up to him and say, "Father, come quickly, there's a man on top of the Eiffel Tower and he's going to jump." So the father goes to the tower and sees this man. "What are you doing? You're mad. Think of your family, think of your wife." So the man, he says, "My wife has left me, I have no family." So I jump. So the priest, he tries one more time. So he says, "But it is a sin against the Catholic Church." And the man, he says, "I am not a Catholic." "Okay," says the priest, "jump."
Yes, Anna, what about a German joke?
I do not know any jokes.
No?
Hey, Professori, why don't you tell us a joke, huh?
Oh, all right. I'll tell you one that I heard at my last school. One of the boys was sent home one day, and his father asked him why was he sent home, and he refused to tell him. So the father went to see the headmaster, and the headmaster said, "I'll tell you why your son was sent home." When one of the teachers asked him who pushed over the walls of Jericho, he said it wasn't me. So the father said, "Well, if he said he didn't do it, he didn't do it."
Excuse, please.
What's the matter, Ali? Didn't you understand the joke?
Yes, but what I don't understand, who did push down the walls of Jericho?
Oh, well, anybody else got a joke? No? Oh, never mind. What about a sing-song?
I am knowing good English sing song, all about rolling me over in the clover.
I don't think we want that one, thank you. Does anybody know Daisy?
Is she beautiful?
No, it's a song, Daisy. It goes like this. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. I'm half crazy over the love of you. It would be I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Some sunny day. Excellent. Well done. Right. What should we sing next?
Can't we have a rest?
I don't know that one. Is it French? Oh, yes, that's what you mean. Yes, I'm sorry. Can anybody tell me the exact time?
3 minuten nach. 3 minutes after 11.
Good. Only another 58 hours till Monday morning?
Good on, John. Good on, John. Good on, John. Good on, Sid.
What? My wife said I.
You're lucky. Mine's still living. Hello!
What's up?
I must be as drunk as you are. There's a teacher waving at me through the window.
I must be worse than I thought. I can see him and I don't even know him.
I hope you haven't dragged me down here on a wild goose chase.
I'm telling you, I definitely saw him.
It's most inconvenient.
It's not my fault if I lost the key of the front door.
Of course it's your fault, you silly little man.
Ah, at last. Miss Courtney, how nice to see you.
I'm afraid I can't return the compliment.
Come on, on you go.
Good night.
Good
Sorry
night.
about all that.
Come on now, quickly. Hurry up, good night. Good night, quickly.
I'll go and see if there's anybody else about.
I really am very sorry.
I should hope you are.
Hope it hasn't inconvenienced you.
Well, of course it's inconvenienced me. I was quite happily curled up in bed with Daphne du Maurier.
I am really sorry about this. Oh, I've...
Now what's the matter?
Well, I've left my shopping in the
Well,
closet.
for heaven's sake, hurry up and get it.
Thank you.
For heaven's sake, are you going to take all night?
No, I'm just putting these things
Well,
away.
do hurry up. Sid? Sid! Sydney! For heaven's sake, we're locked in.
Oh, well, we mustn't panic. We can last out till Monday morning. Have a carrot. Let's have a sing-song, shall we? Shall we start with Daisy? You know how it goes. Daisy, Daisy.
Good evening.
Good heavens, Ranjit, you're actually here on time.
Yes.
Well done.
Martin?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Juan. And thank you for carrying it.
De nada, hombre. Permítame que le quite el abrigo, por favor.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Ya sabe usted que aquí estoy yo para servirle, señor Brown, porque yo la atenderé siempre bien. ¿Usted?
You Spanish creeper.
You an Italian cuticum.
All right, settle down, everybody. We've got a lot of work to do tonight.
Squeeze, please.
Just sit down a minute, Harry, will you?
No, thank you. I'm only coming to tell you I'm not coming.
Not coming?
Yes, please.
Well, but you can't leave in the middle of a term. I mean, you were doing quite well. Why do you want to leave?
Oh, blimey. I'm coming up on the puddles.
Coming up on the puddles?
Yes, please. The football puddles.
Oh, the football pools?
Yes, and I'm getting 8 scoring draws.
How many draws on the cup on?
Only the 8 I'm getting.
Huh? How much do you win?
Oh, blimey. It could be £500,000.
Santa Maria! Oh, I'm very happy for you because you are my best friend.
He's also my friend.
Amigo mío, hombre, ven aquí.
I am the true friend of Ali.
You?
But of course, we are practically bloody brothers.
I thought you didn't like Muslims.
I love Muslims. Especially when they're having £500,000.
Well, I don't know what to say, Ali. I mean, I'm very pleased for you, of course.
I'm also being very pleased for me.
Yeah, what will you do?
Oh, blimey, I'm going to the bed.
To bed?
Yes, please. With all that money, I'm not needing to be working, so I'm going to bed.
Yeah, you mean you're going to retire?
Most definitely.
Yeah. You're quite sure you've got 8 score drawers?
Oh, yes. I got the copy. Here, please. The one I'm ticking off.
I see. Yeah, well, Ali, I don't think you're going to be able to retire just yet.
You mean he's not got 8 drawers?
Oh, yes. He's got 8 drawers. But,
Oh, good.
They're not all on the same line.
What difference is that making?
Well, that means you haven't won anything.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Ha! Bellos.
Yeah.
Loco!
Yes, my God. Typical of that Muslim twig. No brains whatsoever.
Oh, blimey. You are changing tune. When you are thinking that I am very wealthy, you are being my bloody brother.
That is before I am finding out you are bloody stupid.
Don't you call me bloody stupid, you bearded baboon.
Yeah, quiet, the pair of you, and sit down. I presume you're staying now, Ali?
I'm staying now, yes.
Good. Right, now this evening I thought we'd try some practical use of the English language by acting out various situations that you might come across in real life. Now, we'll start with you, Taro.
Ah, so.
Now, you are going to the bank.
Banco? Yes, sir.
Where are you going?
Banco.
No, it's only a pretend bank.
Pretendo?
Yes, sir. Yeah, yes. Look, we'll imagine that this table is the bank counter, that I'm the bank clerk, that you are a customer, and you've come in to cash a cheque, all right?
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
It is, sir. Not good morning time. It is, sir. Good night time.
Yes, it is now, but we are pretending.
Ah, sir. Carry on.
Thank you. Good morning, sir.
One moment.
What is it now?
Are you Barclay, sir? Or Midlando?
It doesn't matter. Midland, if you like. Good morning, sir.
Goodbye.
Goodbye?
Midlando, not my banco. Barclay, sir, my banco.
Yeah, all right. It's Barclays. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
You wish to cash a cheque?
Yes, please, sir.
Good. How much? £10, 20, 30?
30.
How do you want it?
In money, please, sir.
£30 in 10s, 1s, or 5s, or what?
Can I have 30? 5, sir?
No, that would be £150.
Ah, sorry for mistake.
Yeah, well, not to worry. Thank you, Tara. That's not too bad. Now, who shall we have next? Ah, Danielle. Quiet.
You are the nicest banker I have seen.
Yeah, so we're not in the bank now. I want you to imagine something different.
I have very good imagination.
Yes, I'm sure you have. Now, I want you to... you were going to the post office, and I am the assistant.
Oh. Excuse me, can you help me?
Certainly, madam. What is it you wish?
How much it is a letter to post?
Is it to somewhere in England?
No, it is a Swiss letter.
A Swiss letter?
Yes, I write to my boyfriend in Switzerland.
Yeah, well, it's more correct to say that you want to send a letter to Switzerland, not a Swiss letter. It could be rather embarrassing if you were writing to someone in France. Oh, it doesn't matter.
I think I need some extra English lesson. Maybe I could stay here with you after class?
No, I don't think we could do that.
Well, I come home with you and you can teach me a lot, sir.
Yes, I'm sure I could, but I think you know quite sufficient already. Now, is there anything else you want?
Yes, but I cannot tell you here.
From the post office?
No, nothing.
Well, all right. Thank you, Danielle. That'll do. Now, Juan.
Sí, señor.
You are going to the employment exchange.
Por favor.
Well, you're going to get a job.
Ah, I have job.
Yeah, I know that, but we're assuming that you don't and that you're going to the employment exchange to get one. As I explained to Taro, we are just pretending.
Ah, sorry.
Ah, right. What is your name?
You know my name.
Yes, I do, but the clerk at the job centre doesn't.
Ah, sí. Juan Cervantes para servirle.
Oh, right. Are you married?
Sí. I married to Gina Lollobrigida.
Don't be ridiculous.
Pretending.
Touché. All right, what sort of a job are you looking for?
A plenty money job.
Yeah, but what sort of work do you want to do in order to earn this plenty money?
Plenty little.
All right, one, thank you. That'll be sufficient.
Pity. I like it. A very good game.
Thank you, One. Right, now, Ranjit.
What is it you're wanting me to do?
You are going to the doctor's.
And what is the nature of my complaint?
Well, let's just say that you don't feel well.
But I'm never feeling better.
Yeah, well, pretend you have a cold.
A cold what?
All right, let's forget about the cold. Just imagine that you have a pain.
Very well, sir.
Well, go on.
1,000 apologies. I am waiting for you to say, next, please. Doctor always say, next, please.
Next, please.
Good morning, doctor.
Good morning. And what seems to be the trouble?
I have terrible pain.
Whereabouts?
In my imagination.
You're supposed to pretend it's a real pain.
1,000 apologies again. I have real terrible pain.
Good. Now, whereabouts is this pain?
In my foot.
Yeah?
But his brains are hurting.
Your backside will be hurting in a moment.
Oh, blimey. You couldn't even crack a papadum.
I'll give you a bunch of fivers.
I'll give you bunches of tenors. What will you say?
It's caught me.
What on earth is going on in here?
Well, we were just having a few practical lessons.
What in? Unarmed combat?
Oh, it might come in useful.
Oh. Well, I'm afraid your students will have to do without you for a little while. You're wanted down at the police station.
The police station?
Well, there's no need to look so guilty. It's nothing you've done. It's about one of your students, the Indian lady.
Oh, Jamila. What, has something happened to her?
Yes. She's been arrested for shoplifting.
Hello? Constable Wilkins? Where the devil are you? You should have been back here by now. Pardon? No, I will not send a panda car for you. I don't care if someone has pinched your bicycle. Pinch somebody else's. Would you like a cup of tea?
लो जी मैंने आपको कितनी दफा बताया मैं आपको कैसे समझाऊं मैंने तो
Tea. Cup of cha.
Cha. Oh, yes, please. No, thank you. 4 sugar.
Don't run away.
Jamila, are you all right?
Oh, शुक्र है मास्टर जी आप लोग आ गए मुझे यहाँ से बचाने के लिए इनको समझाओ तो सही जरा जी.
What did she say, Ali?
शुक्र है मास्टर जी आप लोगों को बचाने के लिए.
In English.
Oh, excuse me, please. She's saying that she's very glad that we are coming to help her escape.
Ask her what she stole.
अरे भाई क्या चुराया था आपने?
लो जी चुराना क्या था मैंने वहाँ रिसाले के ऊपर लिखा हुआ था कि मुफ्त में है फ्री तो मैंने उठा लिया अब ये लोग कहते हैं कि तूने चोरी की है.
Well,
nothing.
She must have said more than that.
Yes, please. She's saying that she took a book from the newspaper shop, but the book was free.
Well, there's obviously been some misunderstanding. I'll sort it out with the police.
Will they be sending her to prison?
No. Nothing as drastic as that. I'll have a word with the sergeant. £5 ought to do it.
Ah, I'm understanding. That is a fine.
No. It's not exactly a fine. Let's just say it's a little gift.
Gift?
Yes, it's an old English custom. I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
Ah, you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
That's right.
Very well. What are you being itchy?
No, it's not.
Sure.
God help me.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Are you Mr. Brown?
No, he's Mr. Brown.
I was speaking to him.
Yes, you were right first time.
Who are you?
Ali Nadim.
No, I am Ali Nadim. You are Mr. Brown.
Yes, Ali, I'll do the talking, all right? You just leave it to me. No, I'm sure we can sort this out, Inspector.
The Commissioner looks after promotions here, sir.
Yes, well, you look like an inspector. I'm sure it's only a matter of time. May I compliment you on your station and what a wonderful job you're doing?
Thank you, sir. Now, about this young lady.
Ah, yes. I expect you'd like to have a look at my driving licence.
What for?
Oh, to verify my identity.
You said you were Mr. Brown.
Yes, but you want some proof, don't you?
Look, if you tell me you're Mr. Brown, I accept that as the truth.
Yes, but I could have been lying.
Were you lying?
No, he's definitely Mr. Brown. He's telling the truth.
Ali, I insist you look at my driving licence.
Oh, very well, if it'll make you happy. Is this yours, sir?
Pardon?
This £5 note. It was inside your driving licence.
Are you sure? It could have dropped out of your trouser pocket.
Oh, yes. And dropped upwards, I suppose, onto the desk.
Oh, you might have had it tucked up your sleeve.
Yes, and I could have a couple of doves up the other, but I haven't. It was definitely in your licence.
Yes, Sergeant is correct. I remember you putting it there not a moment ago.
I forgot.
It was just before you said you scratch my back and I scratch yours.
Thank you, George Washington.
No, I am Ali.
Yes, Ali, just be quiet, please. Now, Sergeant, about this young lady.
Yes, the accused.
Yes, well, remember British justice. I mean, a person is presumed innocent until proven guilty, and this poor lady is innocent.
I know that.
I mean, just because she's an immigrant, you can't go picking up... Pardon?
Oh, she pinched the book all right, but she thought it was Bakshi. See what it says on the front cover?
Free inside, colour supplement.
That's right.
Oh, and she thought the whole thing was free.
Yes.
Ah, well, then it's not her fault.
If anyone's to blame, it's the person who's been teaching her English.
Yes, well, it's not always easy. Well, if that's all, we'll be getting along. Come along, Jamila.
Oh, but I tell you, Master.
Before you go, sir, would you like to make a donation to our police charity fund?
Yes, well, you've caught me at rather an awkward moment.
What about the £5? You remember, sir? The one you thought you never had.
Oh, that £5.
You know what they say, sir? What you've never had, you never miss. Unless, of course, you knew it was there all the time, in which case it would come under bribery and corruption. You scratch my back, and I'll scratch yours.
See, Mr. Brown is not back? Now, what are you doing at the moment?
We are studying our English grammar.
Good. How far have you got? Let me see your book.
Giovanni, Miss Courtney would like to see your book.
I want to see your book. Thank you. The Affairs of a Call Girl.
I thought it was about the adventures of a telephone operator. Honest?
A likely story. Well, until Mr. Brown returns, I shall take the class.
Señora, where are you taking us?
I am not taking you anywhere. I'm going to ask you a few questions on general knowledge.
Hello.
Now, first of all, can anyone tell me who said to be or not to be?
Please, you just said it.
Yes. But before I said it, who said it?
Excuse, please.
Yes?
Chairman Mao.
It may come as a surprise to you to know, but other people wrote things besides Chairman Mao.
Chairman Mao liked everything.
Well, he certainly didn't like right to be or not to be. Now, does anybody know?
William Shakespeare.
Correct.
Excuse, please. Who is this William Spearshake?
Shakespeare.
Thousand apologies.
Are you not familiar with Shakespeare's works?
Is it a big place?
Is what a big place?
These works of Shakespeare.
I am referring to the things he wrote.
Oh, scusi.
Now then, can anyone tell me what the population of England is? Miss Schmidt?
Yeah, English.
Not any longer. However, what I really meant was how many people are there?
I do not know. I have not counted them.
Well, let me ask you a simple question. Mr. Nagizumi.
So.
Can you tell me how many peas there are in a pound?
Depend on size of piece.
I think you had better all go back to studying your books until Mr. Brown returns. He surely can't be much longer.
आओ जी बैठो मैं जरा चाय बनाती हूँ
जी बात है I wish she'd tell us why she's brought us back here.
She just said she was having something to show you.
बहुत बहुत मेहरबानी जी आप लोगों ने मुझे पुलिसियों के हाथों से बचाया बस अब एक काम और कर दो फिर सब ठीक है
She's saying thank you for saving her from the police and hopes that you will do the same next time.
Yeah, well, I hope there's not going to be a next time.
एक मिनट जी अब ये देखो जी आप खुद ही पढ़ लो क्या लिखा है इसके ऊपर
Free offer, 2p off each tin.
हाँ सुपरमार्क
Supermarket. Well, they've obviously been having a... Oh, no. Free offer. You haven't been taking things from the supermarket.
Oh, dearie me.
Say that again.
Oh, dearie me. You must go back and see the police sergeant and scratch his back again.
Can't do that. He'll never believe this was a mistake. I mean, pinching a magazine is one thing, but knocking off half a supermarket's rather a different matter. On the other hand, we can't let Jamila keep all these stolen goods. It's dishonest.
She can give them to me. I don't mind being dishonest.
I'm sure you don't. Now listen, Ali. I want you to go back to the school and ask all the students to meet Jamila and I outside the supermarket.
What are we going to be doing?
We're going to be putting all these things back.
Oh, hello, Dad. Is everything locked up?
Yes, Miss Courtney. By the way, I don't suppose you could give me a lift.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gladys. I'm not going straight home tonight. There are one or two things I want from the supermarket. Oh.
Right, now you all know what to do. Just be very, very careful that nobody sees you, all right? Yeah, well, I suppose you could say it was an extracurricular activity.
Sir, excuse me, he's stuck.
What are you doing with that jar?
Trying to get it out.
Yeah, well, it's a long story, Miss Courtney. I'll explain later. Let me give you a hand. Pull.
All right, I've been watching you lot. Just what do you think you're doing?
Would you believe we were putting things back?
No.
I didn't think you would.
Well. Regular little Fagin, aren't you?
I can explain, Sergeant.
You're not going to show me your driving licence again, are you?
No.
That's a relief.
You see, we were actually trying to return the goods. I mean, ask the students.
Now, look here, Sergeant. It was obviously just a misunderstanding, and I see no reason why you should pursue this any further.
I'm sorry, madam.
Miss, if you don't mind.
Yes. Well, I'm afraid I shall have to make a report out on this affair.
Oh, look, couldn't you just forget it ever happened?
No.
Well, I'm sure your police charity fund wouldn't say no to another contribution, Sergeant.
Well, we're always grateful for anything, sir.
Shall we say another £5?
That's very generous of you.
Yeah, right. Right, come along, everybody.
Just a moment, Mr. Brown. Where are you going? I've not made out my report yet.
Yeah, but I've just given you £5 to forget it.
Oh, no, sir. You very kindly donated £5 to our charity fund. It wasn't meant as a bribe, was it, sir?
No.
Good. Now, let's take a few names. You, madam. Sorry, Ms.
Courtney.
Thank you. You, sir.
Sí.
What's your name?
Por favor.
How do you spell that?
That's not his name.
Oh, giving me a false name, eh?
Por favor.
I'll come back to you, Mr. Por Favor, or whatever your name is. You.
Yes, please.
What is your name?
Oh, no. What is not my name?
I don't want to know what your name is not. What is your name?
and I'm telling you it is not.
You! What is his name?
9.
Aha! Now we're getting somewhere. Mr. 9.
That is not his name.
You just said it was.
You ask me if his name is what, and I tell you 9. What is not his name, but also not 9.
Going round the bend. What is his name?
Absolutely not.
Not what?
That is correct.
What is your name?
Wrong again.
He's not here. Who's not here?
What? Now, who is not here and what is not here neither?
You're all balmy. Mr. Brown, if I promise not to proceed with this report, will you do me a favour?
Yes, what is it?
Get these crackpots out of here and promise never to bring them back, even if they've committed murder.
Good evening, Miss Courtney, or should I say Mother?
Please don't remind me of last night's unfortunate incident.
Sorry.
I hope you've explained to your Indian lady the difference between free and free offer.
Oh, yes, she understands it now. Don't worry, it won't happen again.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a Jamila Ramjat.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I hope not. Why do you want, Jamila?
Well, she ordered a mini bike from us a month ago and she hasn't paid for it. We sent her 3 invoices.
She actually ordered the bike?
Oh, yeah, she sent in the coupon, look. Here it is.
Oh, no, she's done it again. 7-day free trial.
Thank you.